I had where my hands would not function. And I knew at that appointment, this is bad. Whatever this is bad. And then I also had where my eyes were, the muscles in my eyes were not supporting my eye function. So I had to keep my eyes closed. And the doctor just said, open your eyes for 2 seconds. And I did. And she looked at my mother and said, she needs to go to the Mayo Clinic right now.
It was very difficult. We didn't know what had happened. So we were home and I just couldn't move my feet. I got up to go to the bathroom and I couldn't move. We went to the hospital and they had no idea. Like, they ran tests and they couldn't figure it out. Then I went to another hospital and they ran more tests and they still couldn't figure it out. And they never gave us a diagnosis. They just didn't know what to do with me. And you go through that cycle over and over. I went through that cycle for 18 years. And that's so hard.
And from there, I went to NIH. And then that's when they gave me the trial drug, which happened to be Darinite. They gave it to me for a month as a trial. And then I stood up as a miracle and I was walking. But I wasn't walking like a regular person. I was walking, holding on with a walker, and then, we'll go in the wheelchair. And I knew that I had the drug. So then they took it off and I was back to the wheelchair. Like in 3 days, I was back on the wheelchair.
Ended up one night in the hospital looking like I had a coma, and I could hear everybody, but I could not communicate at all. I was totally paralyzed. I couldn't open my eyes, couldn't speak.
Compared to my mom, my symptoms are very light, but I do have symptoms. My mom had noticed that I started to have a ptosis in the eye. We had some photos where that had it after kind of a lengthy period of work, and it was a photo taken after work, and the eye is kind of half masked. And then when describing anecdotally an issue where I was playing tennis, and then kind of finished up, came and sat down. My mom was actually in the car waiting, and I needed to take some time because my legs weren't working in terms of driving home.
I knew the whole time that something was wrong because internally I could feel the shift within my body, and I would tell the doctors, something's happening inside. I can feel like all of a sudden all the blood rushes out of my body, and I would then get paralyzed. Different diagnoses here and there, misdiagnoses, misinformation, guessing. I would say I was probably diagnosed up to 14 different things. When you hear no a lot, you sort of kind of start to think that maybe you're really making this up.
But my husband couldn't handle it. And so we'd been married about 18 years, but we got separated and we've been separated ever since.
That's when I saw the footage of Jake, because now I had a name of what I could look at. And I watched that video and I was like, that's me. This is hard. This isn't something easy, and it's not a process that takes months. It can take years. It can take, for some people, decades. You have to stay positive, and you have to find a way to laugh and make light of some of the tough times. You have to stay upbeat. You have to be encouraging. I think that, you remember why you're there in the first place. You remember how much you love this person, and that puts everything in perspective. It's a small price to pay.
Over the past year, we have championed those that were not heard. We have taken steps to spread awareness. We have given rare disease a voice. That's why, this year, for Giving Tuesday, we encourage you to give a voice to rare diseases. How can you help? Share this video with your family, friends, and co-workers. Ask them to share it too. And donate to the Periodic Paralysis Association so we can continue to give you a voice. If you would like to know more about periodic paralysis, visit periodicparalysis.org. And if you enjoyed this video and want more, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit that bell so you don't miss any future videos. It really does help spread the word. You can view other videos about periodic paralysis by clicking the thumbnails to the right. If you have questions, just leave a comment below or reach out to us on social media. We'd love to hear from you.